Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. So, we are going to get our poplar harvest going today. And I wanted to, in fact, before I even do that, first off, let me thank you again. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, and I appreciate anybody. God, YouTube is a massive platform, and the fact that anybody would take the time to come and check out one of my videos is really, really flattering. It's really awesome. So I see the new subscribers. I see the numbers picking up for all the new subscribers, for all the folks that have been here for a while. I really do appreciate you. You are a great audience. Thank you for stopping by. So this is new. This is from the, I called it in a Provence video. I called it the Farmer Andy pack. It might not be Farmer Andy, but it's definitely modding Velt. It is the LSFM Universal Tank Pack. That is new. I also got, we have everything that we need now as far as kit to do anything we want, including animals. I got mowers right in here. We've got our Strout and a Tipper. I got mowers. They are right there. We've got drills. We've got seeders. I've got a sprayer. I did some herbicide off camera. We've got our poplar planter, we've got a rake, we've got a tedder, we've got a big broadcast spreader. This bale trailer is new. This is from, this is from the BPT pack, the Flegel BPT pack. This is also on modding Velt. And this trailer is actually very similar to the first Flegel trailer we had when we started the map, but this one does have auto load. We'll get to that in a second. I got a loading wagon. I had the bigger Kuhn round baler with the wrapper. I sold that and got the smaller one without the wrapper because I want to try this Anderson wrapper, Mr. Anderson. I got that right there, and then I also got over here, I got the Anderson inline wrapper, the extractor. I don't know. I don't even know what this thing does. I want to play with it. I don't know what it does. I don't know how to operate it. And then I got this. I saw this on Forbidden Mods, and this is a modification of the in-game Zunhammer. But it's got some extra goodies. You know, you can reskin it, or they reskinned it. You can pick a new skin. So I got that going. So that's what's happening there. Now, I did start this morning about 5:45. Oh, it was beautiful. The sun was coming up. This game really does have some good lighting effects in the morning and evening. Evening is trickier because the sun is going down. It's getting darker, and that does not make for the best video. However, in the morning, the sun is coming up. And that can make for a good video because it's not going to get darker and then you can't see anything. It's only going to get lighter, and then you can see better. However, it turned into a bit of a cocked hat, I have to say. I was trying to use the wood chip harvester, the wood chip baler. It did not go well. It did not go well. We're having a lot of problems here on the map. But we persevere. We are not giving up. So I will get this going. Obviously, we're not using this for poplar harvesting. We're going to set this to work on our soybean field to make some room for our poplar harvest. And then maybe you'll see what I'm doing. Maybe you won't. In fairness, I don't even know what I'm doing. So it's okay if you never figure it out either. Right. Come on. There you go. So yeah, I took out a small loan because I did swap out some equipment and I did buy some equipment. And I think we've got enough in canola and soybeans. I think we've got enough that we can sort of recover quite a bit of that loan. I hope. We can recover quite a bit of that loan and begin making some money. Although, who knows? We never really make money on our farms. We never do. I always want to, but we never do. But part of it is there's always new equipment coming out, new things to try. I mean, if I was not recording this, I would probably be a lot more serious about the economy, you know, and not be always buying stuff. But, you know, you go to the mod hub and there's some new stuff and it's like, oh, I want to try that. So, but we try to be somewhat realistic. Somewhat realistic. Can I make it through there? Can I? Just barely. Yes, we made it. Fantastic. So we're going to put this put this combine harvester, we're going to try to put it on a smart worker. How smart is our worker? Time will tell. So we're going to go right here. We're going to say Control H. And actually, that's all set up. We're going to go clockwise. Roundy, roundy. We're going to do laps until we open things up a little bit. All right. All right. Here goes. Let me get it lined up just right. Let me give it no excuses for its inevitable kerfuffle. Right. Right about there. Right about there. Get to work. And this is a nice square field. Should have no problem whatsoever. It's a little fast. Slow down a little bit. Right. Oh dear. Our first problem. We gonna make it past this tree? Yes. 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 Okay, cool. So we can hop out and let that worker get started. Ah, that's nice. In fact, let's run up here. Maybe this will be our screenshot. Yeah, maybe it will. Maybe it will. Right. So here's what's going on with the poplar harvest. This is a poplar field. We did harvest it. It's an odd piece of kit. It's not bad. It's different. It's different. And the main problem I have now is I can't sell my wood chip bales. I took them up to the sawmill where it says they buy wood chips, and they ain't buying them. I don't know if it's because this map was built before the Anderson DLC was released, and it simply does not have a wood chip bale in the fill type. I don't know, but I can't sell them. And that's the only place on the map that I see that buys wood chips is at the sawmill. Now, what I can do is buy a heating plant and put it on the farm and try that. I saw that in a video. Maybe that'll work. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But in the meantime, we are just gathering up these bales, and then we'll figure out what to do with them later. Now, auto load. Here's my thing about auto load. I use it. I do. I can stack bales manually, but sometimes I just don't want to. And the way I think of auto load is I think of it no different than a hired worker. I can drive any piece of equipment and I can do any task on the farm. Sometimes I just don't want to. And when I don't want to, I put it on a hired worker or a course play. And I feel auto load is the same kind of deal. There's no... Sir? There he is. I feel, just for me personally, there's no difference between a hired worker and auto load. You're just taking a task that you're capable of doing yourself and putting it on the AI. There we go. How'd we do? Face full of chaff. We did all right. Good on you, little worker. Good on you. And how full? Let me see. 25%. Okay, cool. So one time around is, we'll call it, by the time we get down here, let's call it a third to half of a tank, just to be on the safe side. So before I forget, and because we could use a little bit more room here anyway, I'm going to let the Nova keep working. I'm actually going to go down here and grab a tipper because we will need to empty it at some point. So for poplar, for wood chips, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just gather up the bales and then figure out what to do with them. And if I have to buy a heating plant, I will. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. I've bought some things for the map, and I truly believe we can make money with this map. I mean, really, we could make money with any map. In fact, hop in. In fact, I saw a video on the YouTube, and the video that I saw, the guy was challenging himself to make money in start from scratch mode, having only €500,000 or $500,000. And I tried that on, is it Ravenport? Ravenbrook? I don't know. The base game map, the base game American map. I tried that. And what I found was all you need to do is take contract jobs. I was finding contract jobs for 40 and 50 and 80,000 euro. Okay. Should be no problem. Oh, and now we're stopped over here. What's going on, little buddy? What's going on? Why'd you give up on me? Set the brake. Hop right over here. So yeah, the problem that I begin to have at that point, we didn't have our hubs and diff locked in. I feel like the unlocked mode, tangentially, I switched topics right there. I do that. I feel like the unlocked mode in the vehicle extension now is so underpowered that your vehicle can't do things in that mode that normally it would be able to do just fine. Blocked by an object? I don't think you are. Blocked by an object? Are you? Are you really? Now you're not. Okay, maybe it was that little bush. That little shrubbery. I feel like the unlocked mode now is so underpowered that you need to have four-wheel drive on to be able to do things that normally you would be able to do. So it's like the mod almost underpowers you so that then when it's turned on, it can seem more effective. Does that make sense? That make sense? Maybe. Anyway, back to the other topic, which is the economics in this game. I feel like all you need to do is take contract jobs. And at that point, if you want to have a profitable farm, don't buy equipment or livestock. Don't buy land. Just do contract jobs and you're guaranteed to be profitable. And to me, that, I wouldn't say it's a flaw in the game, but it's one of those things. It's like, okay, let's figure this out. Let's make this make sense, because from that perspective, if you need money, if you ever want to make money, just take a contract job. They pay so well. The downside to that is they pay so well that in a sense, they're the only good idea. The only good idea is taking contract jobs, and running your own farm, you're always going to lose money, and then you just make it up by taking contract jobs. So for things like the wood chips, I mention that because the wood chips are really not, like, it's really hard to make money with them. They don't pay very well. The gear is super expensive. I honestly don't think that you could ever be profitable trying to, there we go. I don't think you could ever be profitable trying to bring in Poplar, bring in wood chips. So sure, you could do it, and then you could just sort of subsidize yourself with contract jobs or with other things on the farm. But in a sense, like, the smartest thing to do when it comes to wood chips is not harvest them. And I think there are several crops like that on the farm. So unless and until there's an answer for that, I think it's always going to have to be just kind of a, not straight sandbox, but we're always going to have like a little bit of, you know what I mean? We're going to have to give the game a little bit of latitude, because it's just not super realistic. But it is a lot of fun. So I believe this could be the last time we do Poplar. Although we have the gear now, I don't know. I don't even know where to sell them at this point. And if we buy a heating plant, what is that, like 25 grand? There goes any potential profit that we could have made. And I think they're selling for like €150 per bale. Oh, that's really not a lot. Really not a lot, but whatever. And I hope, and again, if you're new to the channel, there's a lot of new subscribers lately. If you're new to the channel, this isn't me complaining. This is just me kind of thinking. It sounds a lot alike. It sounds very similar, but I'm not complaining. I'm just thinking. When I'm complaining, you'll know it, because I'll pretty much straight up tell you. Right. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and harvest some Poplar. It took me a minute to figure out how to use this thing, and I still don't know if I'm using it right. I got this thing on the front. It says it pushes the Poplar over something. Yeah, I guess it does. And yeah. Let's do it. Engine on. Brake off. I guess what I found was, with that thing on the front, when it's lowered, I feel like it temporarily turns off crop destruction. I guess that's the easiest way to describe it. But this thing also has an offset. So let's do this. Let's lower the front. And I picked kind of a bad place to start. This tree is right in the way. But not a big deal. So we'll open this field up a little bit. So we're going to lower. And here we go. Now, I can also tell you, and this is on me, this has nothing to do with the game or the DLC or anything else. For some reason, I am like not able to pick up on this thing about to need unloading. So we're at 95, 97, 99. There's a full bale. So we drop it like as if it was hot. Close that. And here we go. So can you see that thing on the front sort of folding the poplars over? I think that's the visual, but I think like the functionality of it is it turns off the crop destruction. So even though we're driving over poplars with the tractor, we're not crushing them. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I don't know. But like right there, perfect example. I completely spaced that this thing does not auto unload. Now I look down in time to see that we're all right as far as loading and unloading. But I've forgotten so many times when I was doing that other field. It was getting a little bit laughable, I have to say. Right, so we lift. And we're going to make a big turn here. And I think we may be able to get over here far enough to start. Yes. Back it up and do it right. There we go. So then we lower. There we go. And I'm also keeping an eye on, oh, so many things to keep an eye on. It fills up quick. Like right there, it's full already. I'm also keeping an eye on our soybean harvest, and we are at, looks like 38%. So we're okay there as well. So there is a tool for the front of this thing, and it does sort of flatten out the poplar. Okay, that's cool. But the harvester itself can also kick to the side, and I'll show you that down here. And when it does that, I guess I'm curious, you know, do you even need that tool on the front folding the poplar over, or can you just kick it out to the side if you have a big enough field? Something to think about. So we will, you know what, I won't do it here. I won't do it here, and I'll tell you why. Because we would be then driving in the bushes, which is not super realistic. Let's do this. Let's go right over here. We're going to back this up. And then go right up in here. Right. And where are we at? 81%. Okay. And then we're at 50% on soybeans. Right. So we lower that. Right. There we go. And that is full. Right. Tell you what, when we get to the end of this row, I'm going to, yeah. When we get to the end of this row, I'm going to lift everything, and then I'm going to go around to the top of the field, and up there we'll use the offset, so you can see that. And then when we get down here to this end of the field, this side of the field, yeah, we can offset again. And if we do that a couple times and open the field up a little bit, then we can go to lengths if we want to. If we want to. Right. So lift that, then go back to the front, lift that, then go to the back, and it is this, this, this. There we go. Right. So we can just, wow, there's a ton of offset. Okay. So now we're not driving in the crop at all. So proper offset. Okay. But that's a... Why are we not harvesting? Oh, because we didn't lower. Oh. Oh my. It's a Monday. It's definitely a Monday. Right. So put it back in. Put her back in gear. Here we go. But now we've got this here bale in front of us. What do we do about that? This is what I would do about that. I would set the brake. I would hop out. And I would go find the helper. How are we doing on soybeans? 67%. We're okay. And I think we may be able to get the rest of this field in that tank. Maybe. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find the helper and tell him to get up there to field 2 and grab that bale. Get it out of my way. Right, so we come back here. Now I do, just in the interest of realism and authenticity, I do unload to the trailer, right? You know how to do that. I unload to the trailer and then put the straps on when I'm not loading. So now I will take the straps off and put it back in work mode. And now we're back to auto loading. For a minute, we were not. Trying to think the best way to get to that field. Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. We could drive across our soybean field, but something about that feels not quite right. Not quite right. And maybe we're not going to be able to get that all in one tank. Let's do this. Let's grab this bale for the same reason, right? Because we're just going to have the same problem when we come around to the other side. So let's go here. Let's go here. That one? Is there one up here? I don't think there is. Okay. So we will, there goes my voice. So let's put this right out here, right? Set the brake. Now we're going to run down here. Oh, man. This is kind of my favorite thing to do when you get a lot of things going at once. I like this. We're going to hop back in the Warrior. Brake is off. In fact, let's just go over here because we're going to catch this guy quick enough. Down this side, where's he at? 87%. Fantastic. Let's pivot right around here. Right, so we don't even need to empty them. They will be able to, I mean, we will empty them, but we don't need to. We just need to leave enough room for them to get the rest of these soybeans. And what's our, oh man, it is going to be tough to make money on this farm, but I believe we can do it because this one, it's full, is going to be 6,000. And what is soybean selling for? Set the brake there. Soybean is selling for, looks like 822 is the best we could get. So about $5,000 for this trailer, give or take. I mean, it's not nothing. It's not nothing, but I just buy too much equipment. I really do. I buy too much equipment and I buy it before I should. Like, we don't need mowers right now. You know, we could have waited. Left that money in the bank. Right, so we're going to, there's another bale. And it's in exactly the wrong place. Pardon me. So we go back here, hop in here, and let's get this. Can I make this turn and not hit the pole? Oh, barely. And I think that little stutter right there, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the classic helper getting to the end of a row and figuring out where to go next. So very carefully go down here. Try not to drive in the crop and not to drive in the bushes. So we're going to very carefully drive down here, right? Pull out in the lane. Beautiful. Park that. Set the brake. Engine off. Oh, man. All I wanted to do this episode was harvest poplars, and I've done everything but harvest poplars. So it goes. So it goes. There's another stutter as our hired worker makes a turn. Yep, they're done. That's okay, there's very little left. Right, so now we take our brake off, and here we go. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the rest of the soybeans off camera, but mostly I just wanted to get the poplar harvest going and see what this is all about. It's slow, you know, it's methodical, it's fun in its own way, of course, but I don't know if we're going to make any money with it. Can we make it to the end of the row? You know, something else I forget to do is when you have a manual unload in a round baler, I forget that you can unload wherever you want. So if there's a better place to unload, right, you can go to that place. You don't have to unload it wherever you are when it gets to 100%. And I constantly forget to do that. All right. So we're going to lower, and this will be full basically right there. So if we lift this now and we back it up, we can put this bale somewhere where it's not in the way when it drops. Like right back here somewhere. Ah, right. So we do that, and then come back over here. Lower, and here we go. Oh, I just realized we're about to run out of fuel. I just saw up in the top corner there. 11%. Tell you what, when we get to the end of our next bale, which I believe will be down near the end of this row, when we get our next bale done, yeah, let's do that. When we get this bale that's in here now done, when we drop it, I'm actually going to drop these tools and run up to the fuel station and get some diesel. And when I do, there's something I want to show you about this tractor that's got me kind of curious. So, go right in here, carefully, carefully. Drop that. Right. So now, turn it off. We're going to back up a little bit. We're going to straighten it out. Back in gear, here we go. I'm going to leave this right here, right? Close that. Drop that. Now, listen real close. Turn your volume up if you can. Listen real close to this tractor. Right? Here we go. Did you hear that? It sounds like it's cycling through gears. Now, I don't know if that's strictly just a sound or if there's some kind of something going on with the power. I don't know if that's native to the game, native to this tractor, or if it's something to do with the vehicle extension. You'll hear it again when we start heading up the hill toward the fuel stop. In fact, I can do it right here. We'll come to a dead stop so it shifts all the way down. Here we go. Certainly sounds like it's cycling through the gears, but I think that may just be, that could be like a non-functional kind of thing. But I like it. Oh! Mount the curb just a little bit, scare the hell out of that gentleman right there. Right. And this is the first time I've bought fuel here. But I thought this would be a good place to end the episode. Because we haven't been up here yet. We were up here a lot. Wow, I never recorded this map in 17. But we were up here. I was up here a lot in 17 when this used to be the store. Right. Set the brake. Engine off. Let's refuel. There you go. Filling up the tank. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19 from the Old Stream Farm. We'll see you next time. Take care now.